Better ask twice than go wrong once. Nature requires little, fancy much. When silent men speak, they speak to the purpose. Services unrequired go unrequited. Whoever invented work must not have had anything to do. He goes about it like a cat round hot milk. Time makes hay. Youth and white paper take any impression. Do not despise an insignificant enemy, or a slight wound. He who chases 2 rabbits at once will catch none. He who blackens others does not whiten himself. The older, the colder, the more avaricious, the more vicious. When the root is worthless, so is the tree. Mirth is the sugar of life. He who stops halfway is only half in error. Five fingers hold more than 2 forks. If you don't want to be hung yourself, blame the dog for stealing the sausage. Many cooks spoil the broth. The fault of another is a good teacher. An old man loved his winter with flowers. A prince without ears to listen has no head to govern. The chickens don't mourn when the poulterer dies. Everyone's companion is no one's friend. Time brings everything to those who can wait for it. If the rider is no good, it's the horse's fault. Experience is the teacher of jesters and the intelligence of the wise. One coward makes 10. The dog that starts the hare is as good as the one that catches it. Pray as though no work could help, and work as though no prayer could help. We cannot all be Pope of Rome. Once upon a time, no time. Better an empty purse than an empty head. If bad luck is asleep, you must not awaken it. It is easier to guard against a bushel of fleas than a woman. Speak little, speak truth. Spend little, pay cash. Fools rush in where angels fear to tread. The fingers of the housewife do more than a yoke of oxen. The last stole the sack. With nice appearance, people want to be deceived. They love the old that do not know the new. Fools refuse favors. He who marries does well, but who remains single does better. A hedge between keeps a friendship green. He who follows the crowd has many companions. Man without woman is head without body, woman without man is body without head. Many a one threatens, while he quakes for fear. Sin when you are drunk, pay the fine when you are sober. Truth's best ornament is nakedness. A person has learned much who has learned how to die. The master's eye does more than both his hands. Pilgrims seldom come home saints. One crow does not make a winter. Fire is a good servant but a bad master. He who has to do with foxes must look after his hen roost. The belly has no conscience. Millers, tailors, and weavers are not hanged, or the trade would soon be extinct. Don't sell the bear skin before you have killed the bear. Few laws, good nations. Appetite emerges while eating. Noble and common blood is of the same color. Lies have short legs. Those in a high position can be seen from far away. Honey is never far away from the sting. Dying is not child's play. A father maintains 10 children better than 10 children one father. Every man rides his own hobby. He who has victory has right. Don't cast your pearls before swine. Put out the fire betimes, ere it reach the roof. Tired oxen must tread hard. Street angel, house devil. Ambition and fleas jump high. Locks and keys are not made for honest fingers. Women are never at a loss for words. Not too little, not too much. Where the devil can't go himself, he sends an old woman. Priests and women never forget. What one knows, it is useful sometimes to forget. Don't cry before you are hurt. It's a sin to steal a pin. Who speaks ill of others to you will speak ill of you to others. Care brings on gray hairs, and age without years. One must plow with the horses he has. Straying shepherd, straying sheep. A second woman has golden thighs. Less advice and more hands. Don't fly till your wings are feathered. He who saves in little things can be liberal in great ones. Play not with a man till you hurt him, nor jest till you shame him. The stomach is easier filled than the eye. Everybody knows good counsel except him that has need of it. When money is talking, the rest of the world shuts up. Don't cry fish before they're caught. People show their character by what they laugh at. You can eat and drink with your family, but not count and measure. He must have keen eyes that would know a maid at sight. When the calf is stolen, the peasant mends the stall. We do not walk on our legs, but on our will. The handsomest snuffs the candle. If you want fire, look for it in the ashes. Boredom is the father of all sins. Where honor grows a span, folly grows an ell. What greater crime than loss of time? Truth should not always be revealed. Hide not your light under a bushel. Every man is the best interpreter of his own words. The treason is loved, the traitor hated. Fair hair may hay foul roots. It's not healthy to swallow books without chewing. Praise a fine day at night. Misreckoning is no payment. No house without a mouse, no barn without corn, no rose without a thorn. Birds of prey do not sing. In the visible church the true Christians are invisible. The more shepherds there are, the worse the flocks are watched. There the hedge is lowest, men leap over. He who buys a house gets many a plank and nail for nothing. Let your trouble tarry till its own day comes. The husband's mother is the wife's devil. Speaking comes by nature, silence by understanding. The greatest step is out the door. Small molehills can turn carriages over. Who is ill-seated should not budge. Beard and cloak do not make one a philosopher. It is little honor to the lion to seize the mouse. Running and buying don't go together, running and selling do. Old age is a disease that you die from. Many who build castles in the air cannot build a hut on earth. Adversity is the mother of wisdom. He who buys what he don't want will soon sell what he does want. Children and fools speak the truth. To get to know a friend, you must share an inheritance with him. Many shun the sword and come to the gallows. He that will not be saved needs no preacher. Love sees roses without thorns. More is to be got from one teacher than from 2 books. A flatterer has water in one hand and fire in the other. The nearer the inn, the longer the road. Ragged colts make the handsomest stallions. Good faith is a seldom guest. When you have him, hold him fast. He who plows with young oxen makes crooked furrows. Vice often rides triumphantly in the coach of virtue. He sticks his nose in everything. Women, fortune, and gold favor fools. One story is good till another is told. Such a beginning, such an end. However long the sun shines upon a thistle, it will never become a rose. Good will gives wings to the feet. Many trades, begging the best. A refined kitchen leads to the pharmacy. Promises are like the full moon, if they are not kept at once they diminish day by day. He who does not want to lend loses friends, he who lends gains enemies. Who talks a lot at the table will leave it hungry. Unlooked for often comes. Scratch a lover and find an enemy. suit yourself to the times. To know is easier than to do. Better ought than not. Samson was a strong man, but he could not pay money before he had it. More is done with words than with hands. When the jest is at its best, 'twill be well to let it rest. Office without pay makes thieves. To question a wise man is the beginning of wisdom. Where nature stops, folly begins. Unlaid eggs are a long time becoming chickens. Better a living dog than a dead lion. The drunken mouth reveals the heart's secrets. The middle path is the safe path. Joy and sorrow are next-door neighbors. The tree must be bent while it is young. More belongs to riding than a pair of boots. You catch the mice with bacon. Everybody is the architect of his own fortune. Long is not forever. Those who don't pick roses in summer won't pick them in winter either. Monks, mice, rats, vermin, seldom sunder without harming. Good bargains empty your pockets. He is a bad smith who cannot bear smoke. A hug a day keeps the demons at bay. A woman's vengeance knows no bounds. Don't budge if you sit at ease. It is easy to help him who is willing to be helped. Advice should precede the act. Something to everyone is good division. Where two fall out, the third wins. Virtue never dies. Eyes trust themselves, ears trust others. The cock shuts his eyes when he crows, because he knows it by heart. He who has lost his freedom has nothing else to lose. Whatever is to be a nettle, burns early. Drive not a second nail till the first be clinched. Forever is a long bargain. He who does not bait his hook catches nothing. One cannot keep peace longer than his neighbor will let him. Silence and reflection cause no dejection. On poor people's beards the young barber learns his trade. Long choosing and cheapening ends in buying nothing, or bad wares. Good wine ruins the purse, and bad the stomach. Eagles do not breed doves. The repeated stroke will fell the oak. A clear conscience is a soft pillow. The cat's play is the mouse's death. Open hand makes open hand. When the dog is awake, the shepherd may sleep. The salary of a good servant is never too high. Beauty is the eye's food but the soul's sorrow. Without knowledge, without sin. Sorrow does not pay any debts. There's one born every minute. A handful of might is better than a sack full of right. Roses and maidens soon lose their bloom. Nobody is to blame for all. They are not all cooks who carry long knives. Women and maidens must be praised, whether truly or falsely. Idleness is the sepulchre of a living man. Nothing waits lighter than a promise. A bad cause requires many words. Friendship is a plant we must often water. No one can do nothing, and no one can do everything. Buyers want 100 eyes, sellers only one. Priests even smile pleasantly on young women. A young doctor means a new graveyard. The poor must dance as the rich pipe. He who has the fortune brings home the bride. Work paid for in advance has feet of lead. Mouth and heart are wide apart. Woo the widow whilst she is in weeds. It is hard to catch birds with an empty hand. One must either be the hammer or the anvil. The dog rages at the stone, not at him that throws it. Not every ass has long ears. As the labor, so the pay. Do what thou doest. Old thieves make good jailers. It is a poor fox that has but one hole. The wise drunkard is a sober fool. He who has one foot in a brothel, has the other in a hospital. When I eat your bread, I sing your song. One may see through a wall, if there's a hole in it. A lot will stick to dirty hands. What is too high, that let fly. They play till they quarrel. When a man is down, everybody runs over him. What does the moon care if the dogs bay at her? Drive a rat into a corner, and he'll jump at you. When there is no enemy, it is safe to fight. If the wolf would cease his running, the people would cease their shouting. A truth that comes too early or too late is just like a lie. Rejoiced in youth, repented in age. No man's master, no master's man. When the fox preaches, look to your geese. He who wants a fire must be able to bear smoke. An old lie is often more popular than a new truth. True friendship does not freeze in the winter. They quarrel about an egg and let the hen fly. All men are baked in the same clay. Luck seeks those who flee and flees those who seek it. The more you stir the mire, the more it stinks. Quick enough, if but good enough. What ripens fast does not last. Who does nothing can do nothing wrong. Hobby horses are more expensive than Arabian stallions. Guard your mouth as well as you guard your chest. Both noble and common blood are the same color. Those who tickle themselves may laugh when they please. The dogs bite the last. Never give the skin when you can pay with the wool. Marriage is heaven and hell. Pigeons are taken when crows fly at pleasure. Nothing should be done in a hurry except catching fleas. Of big words and feathers may go to the pound. When an old man marries, death laughs. Greenwood gives more smoke than heat. You have to take life as it happens, but you should try to make it happen the way you want to take it. All the fruit is not found in just one field. Great things are done more through courage than through wisdom. Daughter-in-law hates mother-in-law. Prudent men choose frugal wives. Thrift is a great revenue. Bread in one hand, a stone in the other. Plants oft removed never thrive. He who has not tasted bitter things knows not what sweet is. Better to go to bed supperless than run in debt. A smart witch can also dance without a broomstick. Water quenches the thirst but does not teach you how to sing. If you don't like the heat, get out of the kitchen. Who seeks adventures finds blows. One fool praises another. He who envies suffers. Quick at meat, quick at work. Women are watches that keep bad time. One half of the world does not know how the other half lives. Where might is right, right is not might. Never seemed prison fair, or mistress foul. It is a bad horse that does not earn his fodder. One enemy can harm you more than 100 friends can do you good. So many men, so many opinions. There come just as many calf skins as cow skins to market. Pills must be bolted, not chewed. You cannot hang a man twice. Gluttony kills more than the sword. A good tree bears good fruit. Old people see best in the distance. Women only keep quiet about their age. Who makes his bed on the morrow, goes all day without sorrow. So long as the belly is silent, all whores are virgins. He who sleeps in a silver bed has golden dreams. Never murder a man who is about to commit suicide. A doctor and a boor no more than a doctor alone. Whoever has bitten a sour apple will enjoy a sweet one all the more. He who is quick to borrow is slow to pay. Lawyers' gowns are lined with the willfulness of their clients. Assertion is no proof. Bring up a raven, and he will peck out your eyes. The praise of 1,000 jesters counts for nothing against the reprimand of one wise man. The man in the moon stole the wood. Who digs a pit for others will fall in themselves. Better is better. The nearest the dearest. Anger without power is folly. Dead dogs don't bite. The old one who is loved is like a winter flower. Marry in May, rue for aye. The silent dog is the first to bite. He who listens to a proposition is already half sold. The Pope eats peasants, gulps gentlemen, and voids monks. I give a present to the mother, but I think of the daughter. Councils of war never fight. When one goose drinks, all drink. The cat loves fish, but is loath to wet her feet. You have to take things the way they come. There's none as blind as those who will not see. A loaded wagon creaks, an empty one rattles. Much money, much friends. A woman keeps secret only what she does not know. Where wine goes in, modesty goes out. As good be an addled egg as an idle bird. Even the lion has to defend himself against flies. Sweet wine makes sour vinegar. The horse that draws best is the most whipped. One today is worth 2 tomorrows. The more law, the less justice. Late fruit keeps well. Take all you want, eat all you take. The last shuts the door. Who does not punish evil, invites it. For a lot of people their conscience lives in the middle of the street. War is pleasant to those who have not tried it. No one can blow and swallow at the same time. Away from the battle all are soldiers. Cheerful company shortens the journey. If a man would know what he is, let him anger his neighbors. Poverty and hunger have many learned disciples. Short hair is soon brushed. Fur and water are good servants, but bad masters. It is good to swim near a boat. To change and to improve are two different things. Yielding stays war. Appearances are deceptive. He who conquers his anger has conquered an enemy. Don't let your tongue say what your head may have to pay for. Bad bird, bad egg. Who herds with wolves, must howl with wolves. Light is light, though the blind man see it not. There is no one luckier than he who thinks himself so. If you have no arrows in your quiver, go not with archers. 100 years of regret pay not a farthing of debt. If you have a good friend, you don't need a mirror. The beggar's bag is bottomless. No one is happier than he who believes in his happiness. He who writes love letters must have clammy hands. Great men's vices are accounted sacred. What grows makes no noise. Meekness is the pride of the humble. No one is too old to learn. The more the well is used, the more water it yields. Debtors are liars. Neutrals tread on eggs and break none. One kisses the child for the mother's sake, and the mother for the child's sake. Young men may die, but old men must die. Piety, prudence, wit, and civility are the elements of true nobility. To live long, eat like a cat, drink like a dog. The world could have been great if only people had been more useful. Women are as fickle as April weather. The king of the dreamers lies in the hospital. Be silent, or say something better than silence. Criticism of the state is all right, but don't forget the nation is you. Not needs no hiding place. The best way to learn to ride is on an old bike. A good speaker makes a good liar. Today in finery, tomorrow in filth. Take the world as it is, not as it ought to be. Little and often makes a heap in time. It is harder work getting to hell than to heaven. The worst will creaks most. If you've enjoyed the dance, pay the musicians. Wolves never gossip about each other. In the morning of life, work, in the midday, give counsel, in the evening, pray. Bad money always comes back. Old oxen tread hard. Weeping bride, laughing wife, laughing bride, weeping wife. Anger hears no counsel. Stubbornness is the energy of fools. Man loves but once. One good turn deserves another. Thoughts are toll-free, but not hell-free. Love your neighbor, but keep your fence. Big trees cast more shadow than fruit. Not all people who have yawned together must get married. Little drops of water, little grains of sand, make the mighty ocean and the pleasant land. All good things must come to an end. Who mocks his chains will not be free. Early to rise and late to bed, lifts again the debtor's head. Cheese and bread make the cheeks red. Cunning surpasses strength. Tit for tat. He who cannot pay with his purse, must pay with his hide. Many can pack the cards that cannot play. Hunger is the best cook, but he has nothing to eat. Crooked logs also make straight fires. Where there are no swamps there are no frogs. Too clever is stupid. He who undertakes to be his own teacher has a fool for a pupil. Borrowing does well only once. Who is not ashamed doubles his sins. Go to law for a sheep and lose your cow. The weeping bride makes a laughing wife. Truth has a handsome countenance, but torn garments. What the farmer does not know he doesn't eat. He who handles pitch, besmears himself. Speak fair, and think what you will. Offense makes love more keen. Everybody's friend, everybody's fool. Who demands justice, must administer justice. There is no saint so petty, but claims his own candle. Two is an army against one. He plays best, who wins. Happiness opens the arms and closes the eyes. When the lords come out of the council house, they are wiser than when they went in. Time is the herald of truth. Distance lends enchantment to the view. They who come from afar are prone to lie. Every lion has to defend himself against flies. Too much is not enough. He who would the daughter win, with the mother must begin. Let your purse be your master. The higher the bell is hung, the shriller it sounds. Rent and taxes never sleep. Loving and singing are not to be forced. Weapons, women, and locks must be guarded at all times. The biggest fools are those who are paid to be wise. Fools live poor to die rich. He who has no shoes dances in his socks. Everyone is wise after the event. Riches cause arrogance, poverty, meekness. Art holds fast when all else is lost. Singed cats live long. They are not all friends who laugh with you. A woman and a glass are always in danger. The fish lead a pleasant life, they drink when they like. Those that will not hear must be made to feel. A pack of cards is the devil's prayer book. There's nought so queer as folk. If the landlady is fair, the wine is fair. Lazy men get active when it's time to sleep. He that always thinks it is too soon is sure to come too late. Intemperance is the doctor's wet nurse. The Russian knows the way, yet he asks for directions. Singers, lovers, and poets are privileged liars. A shroud has no pockets. Every herring must hang by its own gill. One bad eye spoils the other. What's of no use is too dear at a gift. Coffee and love are best when they are hot. He who rests grows rusty. One does evil enough when one does nothing good. The cheapest is always the most expensive. Talking is silver, silence is gold. A man warned is half saved. Timid dogs bark most. Truth is for the ears what smoke is for the eyes and vinegar for the tongue. Idleness is the beginning of all sin. The dog does not get bread every time he wags his tail. Revenge remains not unrevenged. When the thief is seen stealing, he says he is joking, but when the thief is not seen, he steals. Old age is no protection against foolishness. Your friend's enemy might be your best friend. It's a bad bridge that is narrower than the stream. Better give nothing than stolen alms. Who accepts nothing has nothing to return. Not is never in danger. Don't throw away your old shoes until you have a new pair. "'Tis too late to spare when the pocket is bare." One cannot wash a blackamoor white. Who are ready to believe, are easy to deceive. Such as the man is, such will be his discourse. Priests pay each other no tithes. Women and wine, gain and deceit, make the wealth small and the wants great. There's nothing new under the sun. Too much humility is pride. Fortune and women are partial to fools. The best answer to anger is silence. Whenever women say goodbye, they always hang around for a while. Promises don't fill the belly. Doctors are the signposts to heaven. He who finds what has not been lost, will chance to die before he is ill. A woman's first advice is her best. Sue a beggar and get a louse. Who's so deaf as he that will not hear? Eating and drinking holds body and soul together. Two dogs over one bone seldom agree. The most beautiful roses grow on graves. The fun is in the search, not the finding. If everyone were wise, a fool would be the prize. Practice not your art, and it will soon depart. The cow does not lick a strange calf. He who would prosper in peace, must suffer in silence. One beats the bush, another catches the bird. A foreign language is more easily learned in the kitchen than at school. Who's the man that was never fooled by a woman? Must is a hard nut. No man can do nothing, and no man can do everything. One must glean at harvest time. Many small make a great. Gone is gone, no Jew will lend upon it. He laughs at scars who never felt a wound. In America an hour is 40 minutes. The more noble, the more humble. A young wife is an old man's post-horse to the grave. The ass and his driver do not think alike. Light burdens carried far become heavy. Love's anger is fuel to love. Fire in the heart sends smoke to the head. Poor or rich, death makes us all equal. Don't reckon without your host. Every fool is different. Dwarfs see giants everywhere. When fortune knocks, open the door. Forbidden fruit is sweet. He who has the Pope for his cousin may soon be a cardinal. 100 years of wrong do not make an hour of right. Who readily borrows, readily lies. Lightly come, lightly go. We beat the sack and mean the miller. I wept when I was born, and every day shows why. First look at home, then censure me. They wrangle about an egg, and let the hens fly away. After clouds comes clear weather. Undeserved praise is mockery disguised. Where the best wine grows, the worst is drunk. Lying is the first step to the gallows. The best of the mill is that the sacks can't speak. A cat is a lion to mouse. Ducks quack loudly before a rain. Set a fox to catch a fox. Between a woman's yes and no, there is no room for the point of a needle. He who wants to do a good jump must sometimes take a step back. Never fight an enemy whilst it is possible to cheat him. The wise man has long ears and a short tongue. Every mother's child is handsome. Ill-gotten goods never thrive. Better badly mounted than proud on foot. Even ill-natured cows give milk. Buying is cheaper than asking. In old houses many mice, in old furs many lice. Better one living word than 100 dead ones. In bad luck, hold out, in good luck, hold in. He that sits among reeds, cuts pipes when he pleases. Other towns, other lasses. Actions say more than words. He that finds fault wants to buy. That is not in the looking glass, which is seen in the looking glass. Rich people are everywhere at home. He who is not for me, is against me. Not every land has all at hand. What man has made, man can destroy. Grain and graciousness grow on good ground. Too many sacks are the death of the ass. We cannot direct the wind, but we can adjust the sails. He who invites storks must have frogs in the house. When a dove begins to associate with crows, its feathers remain white, but its heart grows black. Peacock, look at your legs. There are only two good women in the world, the one is dead, the other not to be found. Money lent to a friend must be recovered from an enemy. More afraid than hurt. It's the whole, not the detail that matters. Doctors purge the body, ministers the conscience, lawyers the purse. You can't direct the wind, but you can adjust your sails. Great thieves hang little thieves. The bachelor is a peacock, the engaged man a lion, and the married man a jackass. He who likes cherries soon learns to climb. The narrower the cage, the sweeter the liberty. Never to forsake your ideals is better than dreaming of great things. He who grasps at all, holds nothing fast. Mother's truth keeps constant youth. As princes fiddle, subjects must dance. He that would cheat a Jew, must be a Jew. The most disorderly students make the most pious preachers. A lie becomes true when one believes it. It is human to err, but diabolical to persevere. Crime is cunning, it puts an angel in front of every devil. If you fail to practice your art, it will soon disappear. The devil is in the details. No answer is also an answer. Green Christmas, white Easter. Stagnant water grows stinking. They need much, whom nothing will content. Fortune is like women, loves youth and is fickle. Don't worry about eggs that haven't been laid yet. Better a patch than a hole. Old pigs have hard snouts. There is more disputing about the shell than the kernel. What is no sin, is no shame. Saying and doing are two things. A good name is a second inheritance. Better play at small game than stand out. Our neighbor's children are always the worst. Dr. Luther's shoes do not fit every parish priest. To catch rats, the cats take off their gloves. He who praises himself must have bad neighbors. Praising is not loving. The devil catches most souls in a golden net. "'Tis his turn today, it will be mine tomorrow." No one can complain of the sea who twice suffers shipwreck. Wherever the ram goes, the sheep will follow. Many a good cow has a bad calf. Self-done is soon done. A dram of discretion is worth a pound of wisdom. Keep well with your neighbors, whether right or wrong. Wine upon beer is very good cheer, beer upon wine consider with fear. He is lucky who forgets what cannot be mended. Big churches, little saints. In the looking glass we see our form, in wine the heart. Tell no tales out of school. Virtue subdues power. High regions are never without storms. Brandy is as lead in the morning, silver at noon, and gold at night. Nothing looks more like a sensible man as a fool who holds his tongue. Nothing dries sooner than tears. A lordly taste make a beggar's purse. She is fond of him on the side where the pocket hangs. Priests bless themselves first. Practice is what makes a master. He who treads on eggs must tread lightly. No one can guard against treachery. He who lives by the church shall serve the church. The will is the soul of the work. Disputing and borrowing cause grief and sorrowing. To criticize is easy, to do is difficult. A poor person isn't he who has little, but he who needs a lot. Full vessels give the least sound. Time is anger's medicine. What comes from the heart, goes to the heart. The gold of the new world has ruined the old one. Even a fool can govern if nothing happens. Only when the horses have escaped do men repair the stable. The best friends are in one's purse. Success has many fathers. Make yourself an ass, and everyone will lay his sack on you. The key that is used grows bright. He that wants to eat the kernel must crack the nut. Who neither believes heaven or hell, the devil heartily wishes him well. People talk about something until it actually happens. If the brain sows not corn, it plants thistles. Nature draws stronger than 7 oxen. Tell a lie, and you'll hear the truth. Knowing hens lay even in nettles. Too much luck is bad luck. Better half an egg than empty shells. Always something new, seldom something good. Baked bread has a hard crust. A millstone gathers no moss. Mules are always boasting that their ancestors were horses. Who loves ugliness will not encounter beauty. Gold may be bought too dear. If some men knew who some men were, then some would pay the more honor there. Reason doe not come before years. He that would stop everybody's mouth needs plenty of flour. Offenders never pardon. Report makes the wolf bigger than he is. Kindnesses, like grain, increase by sowing. To aim is not enough, you must hit. A thing is not bad if well understood. Idleness has poverty for wages. Once a whore, always a whore. He is rich enough who is contented. Drink makes you forget your sorrow, but only, alas, until tomorrow. You don't need a teacher of wickedness. Even the best hack stumbles once. Charity sees the need, not the cause. Where water has been, water will come again. There is no nail varnish that can make old hands look younger. What's sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander. Many people preach righteousness and perform sins. Friendship is love with intelligence. Watching women is labor in vain. A drink is shorter than a tale. Judges should have 2 ears, both alike. Where there's no love, there's no honor. Time and opportunity are in no man's sleeve. To every one his own is not too much. Opportunity only knocks once. Loaded wagon creaks, an empty one rattles. Bad money drives out good. A woman has the form of an angel, the heart of a serpent, and the mind of an ass. He who borrows sells his freedom. Many take by the bushel, and give with the spoon. Bear and bull catch no fox. Rich gamblers and old trumpeters are rare. To call war the soil of courage and virtue is like calling debauchery the soil of love. When misfortune comes in at the door, love flies out of the window. The thief cannot find any tree that suits him for a gallows. When the giver comes, the gate opens by itself. Love can turn a cottage into a golden palace. Many have good intentions, but something comes across them. Only believe in the faith of a woman as you would believe in miracles. What belongs to the ravens is never drowned. Truth makes the tongue smart. They who deserve honor, fail of it, and they who obtain it, do not deserve it. There are no bad beers, some kinds are better than others. He who cries today that he has no bread will cry again tomorrow because he isn't hungry. Hat in hand goes through the land. Of words and feathers, it takes many to make a pound. The king's chaff is better than other folks' corn. Starting is easy, persistence is an art. Today red, tomorrow dead. He who brings, is welcome. Today must not borrow from tomorrow. It is better to trust the eyes rather than the ears. He who makes himself honey will be eaten by the flies. It is better the child should cry than the father. Dear physic always does good, if not to the patient, at least to the apothecary. Early marriage, long love. One man may steal a horse, while another may not look over the hedge. If the eye does not want to see, neither light nor glasses will help. Though you seat the frog on a golden stool, he'll soon jump off it into the pool. If something happens to the master, the servants will get his share too. Talk of the devil, and his imp appears. The bites of priests and wolves are hard to heal. Better a good conscience without wisdom than wisdom without a good conscience. So it goes in the world, one has the purse, the other has the gold. Politeness is what warmth is to wax. Three things come into the house uninvited: debts, age, and death. If you let the weeds grow for a year, you will need 7 to clear them. Many hands make quick work. Where there is no jealousy, there is no love. More people drown in glasses than in rivers. Between the anvil and the hammer. The rich have medicines, the poor have health. A close mouth and open eyes never did anyone harm. The better the fruit, the more wasps to eat it. Even the devil is beautiful and he is young. Tell me with whom you travel, and I'll tell you who you are. The fox changes his skin, but keeps the robe. Sudden trust brings sudden repentance. The unexpected always happens. If you want to be old, hang yourself when you are young. Painted flowers are scentless. Necessity unites hearts. He who dies for the truth finds holy ground everywhere for his grave. One catches the hare, another eats it. It is bad baking without flour and water. Great men's servants don't think little of themselves. Good pay makes happy workers. Nothing bolder than the miller's shirt that every morning collars a thief. He who holds the ladder is as bad as the thief. He who takes no care of little things will not have the care of great ones. Nobles and dogs leave the door open. Habit is the intelligence of the crowd. Enough is better than too much. No viper so little but hath its venom. Better a friendly denial than unwilling compliance. The best is what one has in his hand. For eyes see more than two. First think, then act. He who has once burnt his mouth always blows his soup. Fat hens lay few eggs. Flatters, like cats, lick and then scratch. Nothing is as new as something which has been long forgotten. Who receives, should thank, who gives, should be silent. A prophet is not without honor save in his own country. I will not change a cottage in possession for a kingdom in reversion. Let people take and dogs bark. Today for money, tomorrow for nothing. All had rather it were well for themselves than for another. Patience is often better than medicine. Towards evening, the lazy person begins to get busy. He who gives to the poor, lends to the Lord. Weeds never die. Where might is master, justice is servant. The worse the done, the worst the paymaster. Thought when sober, said when drunk. Build golden bridges for the flying foe. There is no law but has a hole in it, for those who can find it out. Long talked of comes at last. Better no spoon than no soup. Lazybones take all day to get started. Take one step to hell and you are already halfway there. Honesty lasts longest. As a tree falls, so shall it lie. Rhubarb and patience can work wonders. You are still a slave, only your limbs are free. Better free in a foreign land than a serf at home. The hasty man was never a traitor. Who rides slow, must saddle betimes. The anvil fears no blow. He who says A also has to say B. Do not ship all in one bottom. An ounce of a mother's wit is worth a pound of schoolgirl's wit. He who would make a golden door must add a nail to it daily. Working on the land is better than praying in the desert. A gosling flew over the Rhine, and came home a goose. Truth is the daughter of time. Who stands bail for someone is being teased by the devil. In a calm sea, every man is a pilot. Got with the fife, spent with the drum. Revenge converts a little right into a great wrong. Patience is a bitter plant, but it has a sweet fruit. Jealousy is a pain seeking its cause. Sweet song has betrayed many. Revenge is sweet. Drunk sweetly, paid sourly. Loquacity and lying are cousins. People often change and seldom for the better. He who prates much, lies much. One bad apple spoils the bunch. Paper is patient. Exchange is no robbery. As you bake, so shall you brew. Old churches have dark windows. Presents keep friendship warm. A wise man, a strong man. One man's story is no story, hear both sides. Heaven protects children, sailors, and drunken men. He who fain would marry, in choice should not tarry. Don't throw away your dirty water till you have got clean. Make the cap fit the head. Rest comes from unrest, and unrest from rest. Old trees are not to be bent. He who plants a garden plants happiness. No diadem can cure a headache. Good counsel comes overnight. The wind does not always blow from the same quarter. It is hard to steal where the host himself is a thief. One nail drives out another. 13 nuns, 14 children. In the evening one may praise the day. He who goes to bed with dogs will wake up with fleas. The devil's favorite piece of furniture is the long bench. Small saints too work miracles. A danger foreseen is half avoided. He who has no enemies has no friends either. There are more hands than heads. Young angel, old devil. Young drinkers, old beggars. Asses sing badly, because they pitch their voices too high. All your geese are swans. No one is either rich or poor who has not helped himself to be so. Sweat makes good mortar. You don't see the forest for all the trees. One hour's sleep before midnight is worth 2 after. Little fishes make the pike big. High climbers and deep swimmers never grow old. Most people like short prayers and long sausages. With great men one must allow 5 to be an even number. Neutrals are soused from above and singed from below. There are plenty of preachers who don't hear themselves. Victory is not gained by idleness. No one likes to bell the cat. Everybody thinks his own cuckoo sings better than another's nightingale. Small undertakings give great comfort. The furthest way about is the nearest way home. When the measure is full, it runs over. When the pear is ripe, it falls. To advise is not to compel. One crow does not peck out another's eyes. One scabbed sheep will infect a whole flock. Old crows are hard to catch. No villain like the conscientious villain. A man trying to sell a blind horse always praises its feet. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. He dances well to whom fortune pipes. No ape but swears he has the handsomest children. He who begins much, finishes little. Contentment is worth more than riches. Women prefer to be beautiful rather than good. Time chases love away, and love chases the time away. A lawyer and a wagon wheel must be well greased. Beauty is a good letter of introduction. The laugh is always on the loser. The later the evening, the fairer the company. There's no eel so small but it hopes to become a whale. Raise no more devils than you can lay. Never listen to these 3 advisers: wine, the night, and love. Mind over matter. Kindness breaks no bones. Trust no one till you have eaten a bushel of salt with him. To remain young while growing old is the highest blessing. A sparrow in the hand is better than a pigeon on the roof. More are drowned in the bowl than in the sea. Tell not all you know, believe not all you hear, do not all you are able. Let your head be more than a funnel to your stomach. If you heat an empty pot, it bursts. Better twice remembered than once forgotten. When a man is rich, he begins to save. Bought wisdom is best. Eat your fish while it is still fresh and marry the girl while she is still young. Cheating is the chapman's cart and plow. Mother, I must have a husband, or I shall set fire to the house. Never grieve over spilt milk. Love talks, even with closed lips. To spend much and gain little is the sure road to ruin. Proverbs are like butterflies, some are caught and some fly away. He who is born to misfortunate stumbles as he goes, and though he fall on his back will fracture his nose. When the sow is satisfied, she throws the trough away. Shake hands at the beginning and at the end. Amendment is repentance. Who would wish to be valued must make himself scarce. Who honors not age is unworthy of it. The best go first, the bad remain to mend. The fewer the words, the better the prayer. Charity looks at the need and not at the cause. Women are as wavering as the wind. The eye is bigger than the belly. Give up the smallest part of a secret, and the rest is no longer in your power. Don't cry, hurrah, till you are over the ditch. A woman's work is never done. It is easier to descend than ascend. The stubborn man is ruled by a fool. Every land has its own law. "'Tis hard to swim against the stream." Failure makes smart. Learned fools are the greatest fools. Pay in like coin. Who avoids small sins, does not fall into great ones. When wealth is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When character is lost, all is lost. Devils must be driven out with devils. What the lion cannot manage, to do the fox can. To claim is not to prove. Misfortune, wood, and hair, grow throughout the year. Ingratitude is the world's reward. Never fell oak at the very first stroke. Virtue flourishes in misfortune. When it blows, the trees shake. Women and fishes are best in the middle. The bridge between joy and sorrow is not long. Cold hand, a warm heart. Better a good hanging than a bad marriage. On the day of victory, no fatigue is felt. One shoe will not fit every foot. Between wrangling and disputing, truth is lost. Of war all can tattle, away from the battle. Where you are not, there is happiness. The higher flood hath always the lower ebb. All are not asleep who have their eyes shut. A lean agreement is better than a fat lawsuit. Everyone wipes his feet on poverty. There are more threatened than struck. While the pot boils, friendship blooms. Advising is easier than helping. The oldest trees bear the softest fruits. He that climbs high, falls heavily. Handsome is as handsome does. Where there's no love, all faults are seen. It is good to sleep in a whole skin. No one is wise enough to advise himself. A good lie finds more believers than a bad truth. It's a poor sheep that cannot carry its own wool. The mountains make the mist and the valleys must consume them. Who bathes his hands in blood will have to wash them with tears. Young gamblers, old beggars. When the sack is full, it pricks up its ears. Envy eats nothing but its own heart. Repentance is the heart's medicine. The sweetest grapes hang highest. Love grows with obstacles. Saving is a greater art than gaining. Make haste with leisure. Who takes an eel by the tail or a woman by her word, grasp as he will, holds nothing fast. Fortune gives her hand to a bold man. Fair flowers do not remain long by the wayside. A man convinced against his will is of the same opinion still. It is better to turn back than go astray. Maids say nay, and take. The best is the enemy of the good. Better something than nothing at all. He who pays his debts, betters his condition. Set a beggar on horseback, and he'll ride to the devil. The eye is never satiated with seeing. Money in the purse dispels melancholy. For the upright there are no laws. No armor is proof against the gallows. "'Tis easier to hurt than heal." The monk's habit is never so blessed that the devil can't hide in it. Self-love is bad, and makes the eyes sad. The horse is not judged of by the saddle. Howling makes the wolf bigger than he really is. Forgiven is not forgotten. Everyone must pay his debt to nature. No trees grow into the sky. Virtue would not go far, if a little vanity walked not with it. The best brewer sometimes makes bad beer. Better a lean peace than a fat victory. He who lies in the grave is well lodged. A crown is no cure for the headache. The fatter the flea, the leaner the dog. Necessity teaches all things. Ingratitude sickens benevolence. Intelligence is the best capital. Necessity unites. Not every ball hits. Petty thieves are hanged, you take off your hat to the big ones. One hand washes the other. Every hair may pluck the dead lion's mane. The misery is that you have to ruin your day with work. Fools must not be set on eggs. One hair of a woman draws more than a bell rope. Too much bed makes a dull head. Whatever you save is also earned. The cows that low most give the least milk. Even the devil's grandmother was a nice girl when she was young. An old broom knows the corners of the house. A woman without a man is like a garden without a fence. Security is nowhere safe. An empty sack will not stand upright. The bait tastes first the fish. The higher the monkey climbs, the more he shows his tail. When the hen had laid an egg, she cackles. Who refuses to submit to justice must not complain of oppression. Who is over nice loses many a slice. An uneducated person is like an unpolished mirror. It is better to deal with a whole fool than half a fool. They are not all hunters who blow horns. You can do anything with children if you only play with them. If you want equality, then go to the graveyard. Envy envies itself. Often shooting hits the mark. Love knows hidden paths. When shepherds quarrel, the wolf has a winning game. Poverty is cunning, it catches even a fox. Give neither salt nor counsel till you are asked for it. As the old birds sing, so the young ones twitter. Poor people's words go many to a sackful. Consult with your pillow. Every laborer is worthy of his hire. Great say masters, bad paymasters. It's a poor mouse that sits on the sack and doesn't gnaw. Time and hour run through the roughest day. A bashful dog never fattens. Luck sometimes visits a fool, but never sits down with him. Priests and road signs show you the way, but don't go with you. No one betrays himself by silence. No person can like all, or be liked by all. No smoke without fire. We do in haste what we repent at leisure. One bird in the dish is better than 100 in the air. Great minds think alike. Common fame is seldom to blame. Scratching and borrowing do well enough, but not for long. No use in flogging a dead horse. One has only to die to be praised. There is no good in preaching to the hungry. Almost never killed a fly. Constant occupation prevents temptation. The priest loves his flock, but the lambs more than the wethers. Those who wade in unknown waters will be sure to be drowned. Great fish are caught in great waters. He who teaches children learns more than they do. Buy when it is market time. Who accepts from another sells his freedom. He who drinks no more still likes to see the beer pulled. He who gives must take. Small profits and often are better than large profits and seldom. Wait is a hard word to the hungry. If a dog's prayers were answered, bones would rain from the skies. Whoever cares to learn will always find a teacher. While the grass grows, the steed starves. He who would succeed at court must lie sometimes low, sometimes high. He who does not open his eyes must open his purse. Old wounds easily bleed. Do not divide the spoil till the victory is won. Nothing so bad as not to be good for something. The will gives the work its name. It is difficult to scare people who think they will profit from dying. If you want to be strong, conquer yourself. To believe everything is too much, to believe nothing is not enough. A donkey in Saxony is a professor in Rome. It usually rains where it's already wet. Barking dogs don't bite. Doing nothing is doing ill. Beware of men who flourish hereditary honors. Black cows give white milk. Nature hangs out her sign everywhere. To act in anger is like tying up a ship in a storm. He who is the judge between two friends loses one of them. Whatever is to be a hook bends early. Except for the night, we could never know the stars. What little Hans didn't learn, big Hans doesn't know. Marriage is the opposite of a fever attack. It begins very hot and ends very cold. Old pottage is sooner heated than new made. He that has lost his credit is dead to the world. The acre of laziness is full of thistles. Fortune and misfortune are neighbors. The morning hour has gold in its mouth. Compliments cost nothing, yet many pay dearly for them. Wine makes secrets float to the surface. A marriage in later years sends a letter to the grave digger. Promises have legs, only a gift has hands. Soldiers must be well paid, and well hanged. In time of war the devil makes more room in hell. Fancy requires much, necessity but little. One rotten egg spoils the whole pudding. Not to be ashamed of sin is to sin double. Time, wine, women, and fortune are ever changing. He who is afraid of doing too much always does too little. New laws, new roguery. Avarice hoards itself poor, charity gives itself rich. Everyone has his master. The unbidden guest is ever a pest. No bed is big enough to hold three. Payday comes every day. The ass loaded with gold still eats thistles. He who cannot paint must grind the colors. There are more ways of killing a dog than choking it with butter. Many look with one eye at what they give, but with seven at what they receive. Bustle is not industry. Good people live far asunder. The preacher must be like a chicken that always has an egg in reserve. The older a fool, the worse he is. All goes down gutter lane. Enough is better than a sackful. Turn yourself into a sheep and the wolves will eat you. Another man's horse and your own spurs outrun the wind. A good book praises itself. Who says little has little to answer for. Never tickle the nose of a sleeping bear. Good luck, with good looking after. Let the dead rest. Two eyes, two ears, only one mouth. Crazy wheels run longest. A golden hammer breaks an iron gate. Eat less, live longer. You cannot hang a man for what he thinks. When the horse dies, dismount. If the shoe fits, wear it. He who conceits himself wise, has an ass near at hand. Prudent pauses, forward business. He that is busy is tempted but by one devil, he that is idle by a legion. What is the use of running when you're on the wrong road? When the cat's away the mice play. All are not free who mock their chains. Don't make a mouse of yourself, or else you will be eaten by cats. A lovelorn cook oversalts the porridge. Like will to like, as the devil said to the coal burner. When friendship goes with love, it must play the second fiddle. Fools grow without watering. Those that rule must hear and be deaf, must see and be blind. High houses are mostly empty in the upper story. He who makes himself nothing is nothing. The belly is a bad advisor. Where a woman rules the house, the devil is serving man. To blame is easy, to do it better is difficult. One should be born either a king or a fool. Little folks are fond of talking about what great folks do. The heaviest baggage for a traveler is an empty purse. Sometimes the whole nation has to pay for the foolish deed of one man. He who blows on the fire will get sparks in his eyes. Friendship with the French is like their wine, exquisite but short-lived. Promising is one thing, performing another. Talking is easier than doing, and promising than performing. Many children and little bread is a painful pleasure. Love begins at home. Long borrowed is not given. Fools for luck. Poverty craves many things, but avarice more. One marriage is never celebrated but another grows out of it. No one sees his own faults. Young soldiers, old beggars. Promises may make friends, but 'tis performances that keep them. "'Tis one beggar's woe, to see another by the door go." The work praises the workman. Cheating is more honorable than stealing. If you don't want to be deceived, you must have as many eyes as hairs on the head. The devil looks after his own. There is nothing so bad but may be of some use. He is a fool and ever shall, who writes his name upon a wall. Many go out for wool, and come home shorn. When need is greatest, help is nearest. No song, no supper. The Hungarian is far too lazy to be bored. A happy man does not hear the clock strike. Better an honest enemy than a false friend. Honesty makes you rich, but she works slowly. All beginnings are hard. Whatever is given to the poor is laid out of the reach of fortune. Good faith stole the cow. The one who wins plays best. Where philosophy ends, medicine begins. Where gold chinks, arguments are of no avail. Daughters are easy to rear, but hard to marry. Be as you would seem to be. Marrying in the blood is never good. A dream grants what one covets when awake. A thief who steals from a thief is not a thief. One knife whets another. Let sleeping dogs lie.